Hello everyone, how's it going? Dr. Incompetent here, and let's play some more Satisfactory, shall we? Well, I've gotten some good comments from you guys on YouTube, and I appreciate that. Giving me suggestions about, first of all, this is a impure node that I have here with maybe, a pure bit sticking out, and the purity of the region from which you are extracting materials, like this impure site that I'm on, for example, determines really how much ore you get out. So it shouldn't matter right now, but I'm not in the best possible position. Now, that leads me to the next point, which is about optimization. And you see here I have kind of like my first attempt at an assembly line, but the game really encourages you to experiment and do more. And the reason, or the way that it does that, is by letting you deconstruct everything without penalty. And so that's something I'm just going to have to be mindful of, that many games will give you a reduced rate on your resources if you break something down, but not this game. So that's a fantastic thing, and we've learned about using holding control when building to kind of line things up better. So, oh, there's little fairies or something floating around me. That's charming. You'll see here that my biomass guys are, out of material, effectively, because I don't have great fuel. I'm just burning leaves, and some of you guys were telling me in the comments that you need to get more efficient fuel, so hopefully that's something that we get going soon. Alright, so there's some really cool stuff that I can see, out in the horizon. And I want to explore this world, but I'd like to get some more things constructed first. Now, they want us to complete hub upgrade 6. We can even move our hub if we want, and it was confirmed by someone on YouTube that it will retain its level when we move it, so that's also encouraging. Now, if I look, in my inventory, one of the things that people let me know about that I think is cool is that you can eat berries to restore your health. So if I, for example, go in here, right, and I've got like pale berry, I never read this, and this is just my failure to pay attention to detail, can be eaten to restore 1 health segment, right? And so can the barrel nut. So I don't know if there's other uses for some of these things, but for right now, if I push tab, go into my inventory, take this barrel nut, and I put it, in my hand, right? I can just left click and kind of chow down. And I'm just going to keep clicking until I eat them all. And that gives me some more health. It does not give me full health. So I'm going to actually take out some more berries so that I can get to full health and then even be able to heal myself later. You'll also notice that berries... oh, these eat more than the nuts. That's cool. These restore 1 segment, and the nuts restore half. You see how when I put the berry in the pale berry in my inventory, on the top here in a bigger screen, it shows you what you can actually equip. So I should have noticed earlier that berries were there. I didn't, but now we do know. I can turn on a flashlight to see around better at night, which is cool. Now, we have multiple biomass burners connected, but let's see what it's going to take to upgrade to 6. We need a bunch of concrete. We need a bunch of rods. Okay, so we can do all of that. Let's see what we were building. I can't rightly remember what it is that we were making. I was making rods. Right, okay. So, I need to get more biomass. So let's do that. Just going to run around here and just pick up some leaves. This is kind of funny. My process right here. I'm just running around. I need like a little car. Ooh, here's wood, leaves, and pale berries. Great. If I can just burn wood. Anyway, you'll see in the bottom left, it does keep a record of like what you're picking up, so you can just see that. I mean, I've got a ton of leaves now, so that's cool. And because we have this storage container, we can hold an outrageous amount of items. So I'm going to drag this over here. And now we're burning. I wonder if I can just burn wood. Oh. This is burning, but it's not connected. I wonder if I just build a power connection. No, it won't take any more lines. But I wonder if I can build a connection over to this. No. Alright, so this is not actually powering anything, but okay, fine. Now let me look at my storage container. And inside here we have 45 bars. So I'm going to take all these. And now we have 88, and we're getting closer. We need to get some concrete. So to get concrete, I believe what I was doing is beginning to try to build a extraction path from like a conveyor belt. I have a miner that's way up here that's getting what? Is this copper? Okay. So copper is fine, right? But this needs power. So we're going to have to build massive power lines to get this going more regularly, and we can do that. But I do want to stop in and get some more of the concrete. Let me, let's see. I want to scan for limestone. I have a limestone thing, like right here, maybe. Yeah, it's over here. That's it. You can kind of see it. So let me go get my limestone so I can just, you know, make some concrete. Oh boy. I have fallen. Okay. This is a really good looking game. Alright. So let's just grab all. Is there a hotkey for grab all, I wonder? Oop. Oh god. I didn't mean to do that. That's interesting. Okay, actually, you know what? While I'm here, let's just drop all my portable miners. I don't really need them. And this will get me even more limestone for later. This is one of the things that I always mess up with for, you know, like real-time strategy games, StarCraft, things like that, where you have to Age of Empires, where you're gathering resources. You know, I would never build enough SCVs, enough orcs in Warcraft or whatever to gather resources. I would always think, oh, that seems like enough. And then I would see my friends who are good at those games, and they would just have so many people, you know, like collecting wood or whatever it was. And I would be staggered by it, and it would be, and then I would get so far behind because I didn't have enough resources. And it was because I just didn't build enough gatherers. So, you know, 3 is okay, but I have extra, so let's just drop a bunch, right? And, you know, the inconvenience, of course, is that I have to walk over to pick that up, whereas with a miner, I don't. But the convenience is that they appear to, those portable miners appear to have their own power, which means I don't have to burn biomass. All right, fantastic. Okay, so this is happening. So let me go into here and let's make some concrete, right? So concrete. Now, I was told again, by the way, just giving a shout out. Love everybody who's been giving me comments on this. All I have to do is press the space bar, and apparently you don't have to hold it, which I was actually doing. But they changed it as a quality of life feature so that you just push the space bar, you depress it, and then the craft button is toggled down for you, and so you don't have to hold it, which allows you to kind of just push the button and then pick up your cup and get a drink. I'm enjoying some strawberry lemonade, and it's pretty wonderful. All right. Fantastic. Love it. Okay. So I made it just a ton. Like a ton. And so I'm going to go to this, and I'm going to just go ahead and add my stuff. Oops. So, wait a minute. I have everything I need now, actually. I need 12 rods and a bunch of wire. So I'm going to just dump in all the things that I already have. Okay, fantastic. Let's make wire. I'm actually running low. And the reason is I need to set my copper station up. So if I want to do that, I'm going to need to figure out how to get power all the way out there, right? So let's think. I need iron rods to build those poles. Well, I should have a ton of iron rods right here. Yeah, I do. Okay. So if I want to build a rod, I still can't afford it because I don't have the wire. Ooh, okay. Well, I might as well turn all my copper into wire then. Something tells me that I'm going to pay for putting all my portable miners on the limestone because I'm out of copper, but I can just manually mine copper. I don't feel like I'll have enough to do this, but let's just see what happens if I try to run a pole all the way out to this. I'm curious, like, how far this will extend. So I'll build a pole. All right, you need to hook this up to a connection, right? Well, what about here? Okay, and then I want to run this really, really far. Oh, now it's telling me there's like an absolute distance. It looks like I can't afford. Okay, so this is how far I can get with what I have. So I'm going to put it there. That's awesome. And now I need more power lines. So we need to get more copper. Now I could have just built the next hub, you know, without doing this. But the problem with that is that I still wouldn't have a means of getting copper. This might be simply too slow. But at the same time, Alright, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pulse this. I'm going to go pick up... I lied. I'm going to get, like, some of my portable miners. If they're full, like this is full, right? So I'm just going to pick up the miner. And I'm going to pick it up. Okay. And I'll leave 4 here. But I'm going to go back to the copper. And this is all stuff that, you know, as you understand more about the game, you wouldn't need to do this. It's actually kind of exciting because I see that there's other scenarios that you can play that are progressively more difficult. And once you get your build order and you have more knowledge about the priority of the elements and the materials that you need, this wouldn't be an issue. But it's funny to me right now, and I don't mind. Because I can just drop these guys down, and then I can just do a little mining like this. I am going to equip this just in case a bad guy comes. Uh-huh. Okay. Good. And then let me just get all the stuff. It's already mined a bunch. Fantastic. Okay, let's get back to base. And let's get our copper operation off the ground. What a fun game. I'm building power lines. Hilarious. In the daytime, this is a very beautiful environment. Looks like there isn't significant fall damage, which I'm happy about. I've never a huge fan of getting wrecked. Alright, we need to make ingots. Do it. Now I could make my own smelter. Connect it to the power pole that I have here. And have the smelter automatically doing this for me while I was simultaneously producing wire. And that's not a bad idea. But I can also do this and then make wire and hook up my own system. I just want to get this thing going. I want to build a huge copper transportation system. Okay. Alright, so now I have enough to upgrade the hub. And let's do it. And let's see if it looks any different.
Congratulations.
Okay.
You have unlocked building space elevator, building biomass burner, part biomass.
There we go.
Motivational message. Congratulations, you succeeded in every provided task. On behalf of Fixit Incorporated, I thank you for your current and future service.
You're welcome.
Additional knowledge. The hub terminal has been converted to give access to milestones there to ensure you progress along Fixit-approved protocols.
Okay.
Note: future developments should be aimed at constructing the space elevator and, as such, initiating project assembly. Good luck.
Alright, so they want us to build a space elevator, which seems like a pretty lofty goal. But we got the better biomass burner, which people were talking about. Or, you know, we can at least build a more efficient biomass burner, I should say. So let's look at that. I can build a space elevator, which takes just an outrageous amount of resources, and it requires delivery of special project parts to complete phases of project assembly. Completing phases in the space elevator will unlock new tiers in the hub terminal. Interesting. Alright, so for power, we can now make a biomass burner. Burns various forms of biomass to generate electricity for the power grid. Has no input and must be therefore fed biomass manually, right? Okay, interesting. Conveyor belt, storage container. Alright. But, so we could build this. And hopefully it would make power for us more efficiently. So, does this have an input? And it says it has no input. So I'm assuming that means I just need to do it myself. Oops. Let me try to build this again. Okay. Alright. Okay, well, let's just put it like right. I don't know. I don't know how I should rotate it or anything. It's called the shredder. That's funny. Alright, do it. We built the shredder. Okay, let's configure it. And we can give it, you know, wood. And then I guess I would just... Oh, I need cable. I need to build some cable. Alright. Okay. Well, the good question would be, can I extend a cable from this pole to my new biomass burner? Let's see how realistic that is. Alright. Oh, I can. Get it there. Okay, great. And then now, you can see the green light is on. So I'm going to run over here, and I'm going to jump way up, and I'm going to start to see the copper come out. Now we need to build conveyor belt. We don't really have that much of these plates, but we want lots of them. Can't afford. How far can we build this? To about here. Alright, well, getting there. Okay. So if we want to build this, we're missing iron plates. So let's go tell... Oh my gosh, look at all this copper coming out. That is ridiculous. Alright. So let me go tell my operation here to build me... Whoa! I need to switch this. We're going to need plates. So let's select recipes and go for plates. But we have no power. So let me connect from this. Oh. Maybe I need to build another burner for this thing then. I mean, I could just dump in, you know, leaves here, but they're not great. Okay. Let's see how this is going. Oh yeah, look at all this copper. Fantastic. I'm just going to stand here and pick it up. Uh-huh, thank you. Terrific. Alright, so ideally what we would do while we're waiting for a conveyor belt is we could just build our own smelter, right? Oops. Smelter. And we can't afford it because we need more wire. Oh, luckily we got a whole bunch of copper. And we want to just... What I'm curious about is I want to try to automate as much of this labor as I can so I can go explore. I was told in the comments that there's other crash sites that you can find. Like, you know how Ada mentions in the beginning that I'm a rare exception, that I've survived the landing. And so the idea, I think, is that I can go find some other people who didn't make it and take their supplies for a little boost, or get some other items and things like that. That's kind of funny. Alright. And let's make wire. Okay, so we've got wire rolling in. I can craft biomass. I can make leaves, or I can make wood. I guess I could just make, like... Oh, I see. Interesting. So what I need to do is get a constructor so that I can just craft a whole bunch of biomass, which is better than just burning wood or leaves. I'm going to go check that out, actually. What's going on here? You're what? You're burning biomass to provide power, but you're burning it for up here. For this guy. Okay. So what we need is we now want to build a smelter. Well, we need to have it go the other way. Right? Like this. Perfect. Okay. And then we can build a wire from here. What? There. And now the smelter has power. And we want copper ingots. And all you need is copper ore. Okay, well you should have copper ore. Right? Did I not do this right? I mean, I can put some on there, but you should be able to do this on your own with this stuff, right? Let me just... Maybe I should pull some of this copper ore, like, out of the way. Maybe it's stuck or something. There it goes. So that last piece of copper ore was almost like stuck in the way. Maybe not. Maybe I'm not doing that right. Let me look at my other setup. Okay. Well, let me get a bunch of leaves and I can make some, like, biomass bricks or whatever. Oh, what's this? Is this a crash site? Oh no, it's a different ore. This is called Sam ore. Well, I don't know what Sam ore is, but it looks beautiful. Oh my, it's gone. I took it all. What is this kind of ore? This is Caterium ore. And it's broken. Okay. Alright. Wow. Alright, pick up some things to eat. Oh, there's like a bird. Hi, bird guy. There's pink trees over there. That's cool. Alright. Cool. Uh-huh. Oh. Alright, so let's run back home. Okay, and so now what I'd like to do is try to make some biomass fuel. Now, I do want to check this out, but let me go over here to... yeah, this. Just make a ton of this for me. I want to see what's going on with why my copper operation is not working. Can't afford recipe. Okay, good. Well, I guess maybe that's not the right way to put it. That's not good, but alright, here. Configure biomass burner here. Take this. You know what? I bet this does the exact same thing as this. This is not more efficient than this. It's just that you can put this anywhere. You don't need to fix it to your hub. And so that's the advantage of this. So there was really no reason for me to build this. So I'm actually going to break this. And you're like, how could you do that? And well, let me explain it. I'm going to simply hook up a power line and run it all the way to that. Yes, thank you. Now the power will be there. Now this thing is telling me what? That it's not getting ore. So I don't know why this is. You know what? I think this is why. I didn't line it up properly. I thought I did, but this is off center. So let me just break this up. And let me build it again. Alright, let me try to build this right. Okay, so what I was trying to do was, you know, set it up. Like I was holding control and, you know, saying, okay, can you connect it? But I think the easier way to do this, to get this right, is to just, you know, build it right here on its own. And then just connect a conveyor belt to that. Right? And then make sure that that thing has power. And we tell it to make ingots, and then it's going. And we've jackpotted it. Alright, so that was just... My problem was it wasn't lined up. Okay, great. Oops. So you kind of have to, like, tell it to build it, and then you have to click again to confirm it, and then you have to click again. And then here come the ingots. And so what we need to build is ourselves a constructor, and we need plates. Okay, no problem. I got plates. I got plates coming by the mile. I do want to check out, like, what did we get? Oh, look at this. What's all this stuff? Oh my gosh. Okay, so I thought I had done base building. Whoa, I can make a base. And I can make a conveyor lift. What? Oh my gosh, how did I not see all this? Object scanner? Molecular analysis machine? What? Oh, these are the rewards. Okay. So, to get to tier 1 and get all these rewards, okay, like, what I need to unlock any of this stuff is to get a bunch of... the rewards actually are different. Like, I want field research, so I need a bunch of screws, I need a bunch of copper, so I just need to get a bunch more materials. We can do that. Let's do this. Alright, give me the plates. Great. Give me the... Perfect. Okay. Let's have this happening. Alright, so What we want to do is just make automation for all of the things that we need to level ourselves up, right? So let me build a constructor. And... oh, wait, these are reinforced iron plates. Right. Alright, so that's a separate... that's a horse of a different color. Okay, so I need reinforced iron plate, and for that, I need screws. Alright, fine. I can make screws. Alright, great. And now I just need to make 2 of these. Perfect. Alright, now let's go make a constructor. Okay. And here's a constructor. And then what we can do is we're going to try to connect this like that. Looks good. And then I'll just build a conveyor that, you know, goes like that. Perfect. And then what I want is to just have you making wire. And you should be getting copper ingots right now, right? Oh, but you have no power. Okay. And there it goes. Alright, perfect. And then now, we're just going to try to extend this all the way to our storage facility. I don't know if this is actually possible. The conveyor belt is too long. Okay. Well, what we can instead do... it won't go any further than that. Alright. Well, let's just build it out to here first. Yeah, see, that's my problem, is that it's... I can build it all the way out here, but I don't know how to merge it with this one, right? It's like I want to... right. So I don't know if this is actually going to work. It is making a lot of wire. Alright. But anyway. I need to build a storage container. Well, I guess I'll just build one over here. Okay, build a storage container. Let me try to get it. These trees are in the way, aren't they? Alright, fine. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it exactly where I want it. Okay. I'm going to have to kind of like... that's fine. Only, actually, well, it's only fine if I can get the conveyor belt to go in there. No, it's not. So I'm going to need to get rid of this and then build a conveyor belt that goes from here into there. Perfect. And I don't think that this needs power, right? No. Okay, perfect. Alright, now I got a bunch of plates. Alright, but my copper is going to be out of business because I'm out of power. So I need to go into biomass, and I need to make more biomass from wood. Perfect. So, oh, I have a bunch of biomass. Let me just load it in here then. Excellent. How are you doing? You're actually doing okay, but I can just top you off. Alright, so we now have copper going, and we have iron going, and we have wire coming out, and things are looking pretty good. I can optimize myself even more by having the limestone delivered up here, have more factories building, you know, taking out iron to make different pieces of the puzzle, get more constructors going, and automate this more so I could start upgrading the hub further. And I'm having a great time with this game. It's very silly, but somehow also very fun, and it's just really interesting getting all these production lines going. Who would have thought this would be as much fun as it is, but it is. Alright, everybody, I will check you next time. Take care.